We're going to start just in a seated position. So you can sit comfortably or you can sit on your heels, whichever you prefer. Totally up to you. And Mo, did you see the note about, yeah, you did. Sorry, waking up slow this morning. All right. Let's bring our eyes to shut here. And start to notice the breath. And start to lengthen out the inhales and exhales. Settling in. Bringing the attention to the breath in the body. Letting go of any distractions from the day. One more big inhale in. And through the mouth, let it all go. Make our way to a tabletop all fours position here. And just do a couple cat cows to get our spine warmed up and our shoulders warmed up. So inhaling to drop the belly, lifting the chin. Exhaling, rounding the spine, press through the hands and round the upper back as much as you can. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin up. Exhaling, round the spine, round that upper back. Maybe do some little movements with the shoulders. We're going to be doing some shoulder work today. So actually all month we're going to be doing shoulder work. So just focus on these cat cows, trying to get the shoulders a little loose. Maybe the neck a little loose. Moving from side to side with it. And we'll do one more here. So one last inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin. And then exhale, round the spine, tucking that chin in as far as you can, really pressing the floor away. All right, so walk your hands back towards your knees, and we're gonna stand on our knees to start today. And let's bring our left hand to our hip, and then our right hand just down by our side. So we're gonna start with some shoulder cars here, controlled articular rotations. So let's engage the entire body, the belly, press through the tops of the feet into the floor here. And we're gonna lift the right arm up as high as you can without arching the low back or popping that belly out. Once you've arrived at your top point, turn the hand out to the outside of the mat, and then start to sweep the arm as far behind you as you can, continuing to turn the hand so that once you get down, the palm is still facing out. Going the other way, we're gonna lift up the thumb as high as you can, coming into extension as far as you can. Once you've arrived, palm goes out, and then start to sweep the arm up overhead so that the palm is facing in once you've arrived at the top, and then sweep it around back down. And I had a nice pop on my shoulder on that one. I don't know about you guys. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Keeping that back nice and strong. Turn the palm out, and then start to sweep the arm behind you. Continuing to roll the thumb as you come down so that once you arrive at the bottom, your palm is still facing out. Returning the other way, we're gonna lift up as high as you can, lifting the thumb up, keeping the palm out. Turn the palm out as you start to sweep the arm up overhead, and then the palm comes back towards, facing in, and then all the way back down. One last time on this side, we'll sweep the arm up overhead, coming as high as you can without changing the position of the rest of the body. Turn the palm out, sweep the arm back and up as you continue to roll the thumb up as you come around towards the bottom. so the palm is facing out. And then sweep the arm up as high as you can, extending back. Start to turn the palm as you rotate up. And then the palm will face in once you arrive at the top, and sweep the arm back down. Switching sides, you guys can stay where you are. So our right hand will come to our right hip. Left hand is down by your side. And we'll start by lifting the left arm up, coming as high as you can again without arching that low back. Turn the palm out. Sweep the arm back as high as you can and continue to rotate the thumb up towards the sky as you do so that once you arrive at the bottom, the palm is facing out. Lift the thumb up and back as far as you can, keeping the arm nice and long, the rest of the belly and body engaged. Turn the palm as you start to rotate it up and towards the sky, palm facing in once you arrive at the top. And then let the arm go down in front of you, finishing out the rotation. Lift the arm up. Turn the palm out at the top. Sweep the arm back behind you as you continue to roll the thumb up, keeping the palm facing out once you have arrived at the bottom. Lift the thumb up and back as far as you can. And once you arrive there, start to turn the palm as you bring the arm up overhead. Palm will be facing in once you arrive at the top. And then let the palm go down and in front of you. Palm is by your side once you end. Last time on this side, we're going to lift the left arm up. Keep that belly nice and toned. Once you arrive at the top, turn the palm out. Sweep the arm back and continue to roll that thumb out and back behind you as you come down so the palm is facing out once you arrive at the bottom. Lift the thumb up and back behind you as far as you can, and then start to turn the palm as you lift the arm up overhead. Palm will be facing in once you arrive at the top, and then let the hand go down in front of you, palm facing towards your left hip once you've arrived. So you can stay now on your knees here, or actually if you want to get a little more comfortable, you can come to sitting on your heels. We're going to do a little wrist work. So we'll start on our right side. So let's bend our right elbow in so that the elbow is at a 90-degree angle, palm is facing up. Take your left hand on top of the right forearm. We're going to isolate just the movements of the wrist here. So let's engage the entire body, engaging the shoulders, the belly, even the legs if you can. And then we're going to take the right palm and take the fingers to the inner line first. And then let the fingers go down towards the floor, trying not to move that that forearm at all. Fingertips to the outside, fingertips up towards the sky, and then to the inside, down to the floor, to the outside, up towards the sky, back to the inside, down towards the floor, to the outside, up towards the sky. And try not to cup that palm as you're going up towards the sky here. We're going to hold there for a breath round. And then let's go back to the outside, keeping the fingertips nice and straight. Palm down towards the floor, fingertips towards the floor, to the inside, up towards the sky, to the outside, down towards the floor, keeping everything nice and straight, no cupping of the palm, to the inside, up towards the sky, last time to the outside, down towards the floor, to the inside, and then back up towards the sky. Go ahead and release, shake it out, and then we'll switch sides. Bending the left elbow in at a 90-degree angle so that the left palm is facing the sky. You can kind of think of these as like the cat-cow's mobility almost, like this and the ankle stuff. These are like things that we do every class, to warm up the wrists and the ankles when we're doing, depending on what we're working on, either shoulders or hips. So to start, let's engage the rest of the body here. Keep that palm nice and open, fingertips together, and lift them up towards the sky and your mount without cupping the hand. Bring the fingertips towards the inside, fingertips down towards the floor, fingertips to the outside, using that right hand as feedback on the left forearm. Fingertips up towards the sky, to the outside, or inside, my bad. Down towards the floor, to the outside, up towards the sky, to the inside, down towards the floor, to the outside, up towards the sky, and then we'll switch directions here. So fingertips towards the outside this time, keeping everything nice and still, down towards the floor, to the inside, up towards the sky, to the outside, down towards the floor, to the inside, up towards the sky, to the outside, last time, down towards the floor, to the inside, up towards the sky. Release and shake that. So let's go ahead and come back to standing on our heels. Sorry, standing on our knees. All right, arms are by our side here, and we'll do a little bit of shoulder blade bars. So inhale, we're gonna lift the shoulders up towards the ears as high as you can, keeping the rest of the body still. So engage that belly, press through the tops of the feet. Draw the shoulder blades together as much as you can. Keeping the shoulder blades together, let's draw them down the back. And then let's separate the shoulders as much as you can, drawing the shoulder heads together. Lift up the shoulder heads to the ears. Shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades down the back. Separate the shoulders away from each other. Bring them up towards your ears, keeping everything else still. Shoulder blades together, and then down the back. Switching directions now, we're gonna bring the shoulder blades, well, they're together here, but we're gonna bring them up towards our ears and separate the shoulder blades away from each other as much as you can. Draw them down the back, keeping them separated. And draw the shoulder blades together. Lift them up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades away from each other as they're up by your ears. Draw them down the back. And then draw the shoulder blades together. Last time. Up towards the ceiling. And then separate the shoulders, rolling the shoulder heads towards each other. And then down the back. And release it out. And go ahead and grab your strap. So this month we're going to focus on shoulders, as I was talking about, and we're going to do different movements of the shoulders with each class, sort of like a little bit of a theme for each class. So this week we're going to work on shoulder extension behind us. So we don't do a lot of shoulder extension in our everyday life. So I thought this would be a good one to start. So bring the strap or strap-like device behind your back here. And grab each side of the strap so that your arms are straight and you can draw your shoulder blades together. You can do it, let's do it with our palms or the backs of the hands facing the front of the mat. So let's go ahead and engage by pulling the strap away from the hands away from each other. Engage the belly here, press through the tops of the feet. And then we're going to draw the hands as far back from the seat as you can. Keeping the belly nice and toned, don't let it pop out. And then bring the strap back down towards the seat. Draw the hands away as far as you can here. Drawing the shoulder blades together as you do so. And then bring the strap back towards the seat. One more time here in this little flow motion, drawing the strap away from the seat here, drawing the shoulder blades together, and then bring the strap back down towards the seat. This time we're going to draw it away and we're going to hold. So once you've hit your end point here, really bring that focus back to the belly, back to the rest of the body to really engage the rest of the body. And once you've done that, then maybe try to get a little bit further away, drawing the hands back a little bit more, holding it for 3, 2, 1. Release the strap back towards the seat. And one last time here, we're going to pull it out. And once you've arrived at your end point, engage, focus on your belly again, on your feet, engage everything, and then try to get maybe a 1/2 inch more away, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And release the strap off to the side, shake it out. And then just to get a little counterbalance here, we're going to take our arms and sweep the arms up in front of you, coming into flexion. Arms overhead, palms facing towards each other. Exhale, arms back down. One more time, sweep the arms up overhead. And then exhale, arms back down. So let's make our way to a seat. And your knees will be bent, soles of the feet on the mat in front of you. And you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders here. And we'll have our palms facing, our fingertips facing towards the back of the mat. And we're going to do some shoulder extension bridges here. So we're going to engage here, engaging the body, pressing through the feet, and then start to curl in your fingertips to get the full palm on the ground. And then start to lift the seat up towards the sky on your next inhale. And then exhale, we're going to bring it down. And this is a lot on the front of the shoulders here. So if you just come as far as it's comfortable on this, you don't need to come to your end range motion on these, because these can be pretty intense. And then exhale down. So just come up as far as is comfortable. And then one more time, we're going to lift it up. Coming as far again as is comfortable. And if you want, once you've arrived here, a little bit more, you can bend into the knees, coming into even more extension of the shoulders. But you're more than welcome to just stay with the knees over the ankles. And we're going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. And release the seat down. Bring the legs out long in front of you. And we're going to fold, coming into a Dandasana fold. Do a little counterbalance here. All right, let's make our way back to that bridge position one more time. We'll do just a couple more here. So soles of the feet are on the floor. This time we're going to have our fingertips facing towards the front of the mat. So we're going to switch the placement of the hands. This provides a little bit of a different movement, different stretch, working a couple different muscles here. So inhale, you're going to start to lift the seat up. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling. And again, just go as far as is comfortable. And then bring the seat back down. Make any adjustments you need to, and then we'll inhale, lifting the seat up towards the sky. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling, and then exhale down. Last time, we're going to inhale it up, and this time we'll hold. And you're welcome to stay here, or if you want, you can bend the knees a little bit more, come into a little bit more extension. So this is passive mobility because we have an external force helping us, which is the floor. Just doing this to kind of warm it up a little bit, get things stretched out so that we can get into a little more active mobility next. One last inhale, and then exhale. We're gonna bring the seat back down, counterbalancing, bringing the legs long and folding over the legs. All right. We're gonna come down to our seat now, or sorry, to our bellies. Let's go ahead and grab the strap again, actually. So we're gonna start with our arms by our, actually, let's start by placing your strap over the low back here. And we'll have our forehead on the mat. And then grab the strap with your fingers facing down towards the floor. Inhale, engage through the belly and start to lift the strap up as high as you can, pulling the hands away from each other. And we're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1. Release the strap back down towards the low back. Go ahead and remove the strap and push it off to the side. Then place the palms of the hands on the mat next to the hips. So we're going to do some pails and rails here with our low back, with our extension. So we're going to start by, of course, as we always do, engaging through the body. So that's engaging the belly, pressing through the tops of the feet, and then slowly start to ramp up some pressure of your palms into the floor, pressing into the floor, starting at about a 50% effort, ramping up to 60, 70, and then we'll hold at that 70 to 80% effort for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to start to lift the backs of the hands up as high as you can, drawing the shoulder blades in together. And we'll hold here for 5, really lift up. 4, keep lifting, maybe a little bit more. 3, 2, keep everything else engaged. 1, release the hands back down to the floor and start to press the palms into the floor. This time start with more effort, starting at like 70% effort. And ramp it up, 80%, 90%. And then we'll hold at that 90% for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and start to bring the backs of the hands up towards the sky as high as you can. Really bringing them up high, drawing the shoulder blades together. Maybe find another ½ inch, holding for 5, 4, 3. Nice work, Mike. 2, 1. Release the hands back down. One last time, we're going to press the hands into the floor. This time start at 80 or 90%. Holding it for 5, 4, 3. Make all the effort you can. 2, 1. Release and start to lift the backs of the hands up, 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 up as high as you can. Nice, Mo. Drawing the shoulder blades in together. Holding it here for 5. Really lift it up. Engage everything. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring the hands underneath the forehead. And then place the forehead on top of the hands. Maybe rolling a little bit back and forth on the hands with the forehead. Couple breath rounds here. And now we're going to bring the arms out long in front of us. Kind of Superman style, so that the outside edges of the palms are on the floor. Palms will be facing in towards each other. So now we're in flexion with our arms. So we'll start to just do some pails and rails here just to counterbalance a little bit. So on your next inhale, let's engage the body, press through the tops of the feet, engage the belly, start to ramp up some pressure into the outsides of the hands. Starting at about 50%, 60, 70, and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's lift the hands up as high as you can off the floor in front of you. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down to the floor, pressing the outsides of the hands into the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting up the hands as high as you can. Holding here for 5. You guys got this. Really lift up. 4, 3. Engage the body. 2, 1. Hands back underneath the forehead. Forehead down to the tops of the hands. And a couple breath rounds. All right, let's bring the hands back to the side of the body, right next to the hips, palms on the floor. Inhale, we're gonna lift the hands up as high as you can here. And then once you've arrived at that end point, start to bend the elbows in. Actually turn the palms towards the ceiling, and then start to bend the elbows in so that the backs of the hands come towards the mid-back. Extend the elbows out, lifting up the palms as high as you can, drawing the shoulder blades together. Bend the elbows in, switching which hand is on the bottom. And they can come to the mid-back or hover. And then bring them back out, really extending up as high as you can. Bend the elbows in. And then let's place them on the mid-back here. Go ahead and relax for a second. Let the elbows come down towards the floor. And then your next inhale, lift the elbows up and maybe lift the hands up to hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the elbows out. And then bend the elbows in again, switching which hand was on the bottom on the low back or mid back. And let the hands come down to the mid back. Let the elbows relax down towards the floor. And then on the next inhale, let's engage everything again. Start to lift the elbows up. And then start to hover the hands off the mid back if that's available. If it's not, just make the effort to. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release them down. Bring the palms back down to the floor. And then let's press our way up to a child's pose. That sounds good. A little counterbalance, bringing the arms out long in front into flexion. Let's come back to a tabletop all fours position here. And come to standing on your knees and bring your left hand to your left hip. Arm will be by your side here. We're just going to do one round of a car here just to see if you can notice any changes in your controlled articular rotation. So press through the tops of the feet, engage the belly, lift the hand up towards the sky in front of you. Once you've arrived at the top, turn the hand and palm out. Sweep the arm behind you as you continue to roll that thumb up towards the sky. And once you've arrived back there, bring the palm back down. Palm should be facing out. Going back the other way, start to lift that thumb up as high as you can. Maybe you notice a little bit more extension here. Turn the palm out as you start to sweep the arms up overhead and getting to the top with the palm facing in. Let the hand back down in front of you, arriving at your side. Place the right hand on the right hip, left arm goes long. Inhale the left arm up overhead as you engage the rest of the body. Turn the palm out and then sweep the arm behind you as you start to roll that left thumb up towards the sky. Palm will be facing out once you arrive at the bottom. Sweep that left arm up behind you as high as you can with your thumb. And once you've arrived at your end point, start to turn the palm all the way around as you rotate all the way up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring the arm back down. All right. So now you'll need your chair. And you're gonna have your back to the chair here to start. Well, not to start, for the whole time. Let's be real here. So you can be sitting on your heels here, or if your chair is a little bit taller, you might want to stand on your knees. Kind of depends like how big your chair is. But we'll start with sitting on our heels. We're going to take our arms into extension behind us. And this time we'll have the insides of the palms or insides of the hands on the chair. So then you can walk your knees out a little bit here so that your arms are nice and long on the chair and stable feeling. Guys look good. And so if this is really beyond your endpoint here, you can start to come up onto the knees a little bit more, whatever you need to, or on sitting on a block. But we're gonna do from here what are called lift-offs. So let's draw those shoulder blades together. Take an inhale in to engage the entire body. And then we're gonna lift up any amount off the chair that you can with your hands, and then let them back down. Inhale, lift up any amount that you can, and let them back down. Inhale, lift up any amount that you can, and we're gonna hold here for 5, 4, keep the rest of the body engaged, 3, 2, 1. Let the hands back down to the chair. One more time, we're gonna lift off, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it back down. Sorry, I lied. We're going to do it one last time. Inhale, lifting up, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release the arms back to the sides, rolling the shoulders out. And then whatever way you're rolling your shoulders, go ahead and switch directions. Trying to do that full movement of the cars that we did at the beginning of class. Switch it up one last time here. And then we're going to take an inhale in. Actually, let's bring our knees to the outside of the mat. Toes are together. Inhale the arms overhead. And then exhale, we're going to come to a child's pose. Forearm down to the mat. Arms are out long in front of you. And let's start to walk our hands as far as you can to the left side of the mat. As far enough so that you can feel that nice stretch through the right side of the body and the shoulder girdle and the serratus. Switch sides here, starting to walk the hands off to the right side of the mat. Going as far as you can. Feeling that stretch through the left side of the body. Walk the hands back to center here. And start to walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Actually, keep your seat down by your seat down by your heels. And walk the hands, maybe a couple handprints in front of your knees here. We're gonna do one last little shoulder blade thing. So I want you to press through the hands, kind of pushing the front of the mat away from you. And then we're gonna lift the shoulder blades up towards the ears. Draw the shoulder blades together, bring in the torso towards your hands. Shoulder blades down the back. And then shoulder blades away from each other, pressing the hands away. Draw the shoulder blades up the back towards the ears. Shoulder blades together, letting the torso go down. And then draw the shoulders down the back. Press the shoulder blades away from each other. Lift them up towards your ears. And switch directions, keep pressing away and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Shoulder blades together, drawing the torso down towards the mat. Keeping the blades together, draw them up towards your ears. Then press the floor away. And we'll release there. Let's go ahead and sweep our feet around. We're going to make our way all the way to our back. And let's pull both knees into the chest once you've arrived on your back. Giving yourself a little bit of a hug here. Let the left leg go long, roll off onto the left hip. Bringing the right leg across the body, coming into a little supine twist here. And then instead of having your arm just straight out to the right, have it come straight out, but have a cactus arm so that your elbow is at a 90-degree angle and your palm is facing towards the sky. Helping to open up that front of the shoulder head a little bit here. And start to lengthen the breaths out. Moving those inhales and exhales through the nose. And your next inhale, we'll go ahead and roll back up, pulling both knees into the chest. Let the right leg go long as you roll off onto the right hip, bringing the left leg across the body. And then that left elbow will be bent at a 90-degree angle, palm facing up towards the sky. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling or over the left arm. Nice long, deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Roll back up to center, pulling both knees into the chest. And then we're gonna come into a Shavasana here, but let's bring the soles of the feet together, actually. Knees are bent. So your legs and knees are splayed out wide a little bit. And instead of our arms by our side, again, we're gonna do a cactus shape with our arms. So the elbows come straight out from the shoulders and they're bent at a 90-degree angle, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And then just relax from here. Letting the eyes flutter shut. Letting everything in the face relax, the jaw, the eyebrows, space around the eyes. Try to let the shoulders melt into the floor. Start to bring some attention back to your body. Small movements, rolling out the wrists and the elbows and the ankles. And bend one knee in at a time and roll off onto your favorite side and press your way up to a comfortable seat. And once you've arrived, just take a moment to notice how your shoulders feel. And take a moment of appreciation for your time spent on the mat here this morning, because your shoulders appreciate it. Bring our hands to heart center. Thank y'all for showing up, sharing your Thursday morning, not Tuesday morning. Hope you enjoyed that session for the shoulders, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
For sure.